put this on.
When Ontario podiatrist David Greenberg first met Pierre Dupont, he says the former dentist was upfront about his past.
I realized that he had had a troubled past.
In Quebec, 15 of Dupont's dental patients had filed complaints, accusations of excessive use of sedatives and anesthetic, and flawed diagnoses. One woman stopped breathing in Dupont's dental chair and later died. After being banned for life from practicing dentistry, he went back to school to study podiatry. But after facing opposition in Quebec, he moved to Ontario, setting up shop as a chiropodist. It's a limited form of podiatry. The Ontario College of Chiropodists said he could under a 2-year restricted license.
And I was asked to be the person that would supervise during that period.
Under the college's rules, for the first 6 months, Dupont could only work certain hours and at a certain location. After that, the restrictions eased up. 2 years later, Greenberg and Dupont parted ways. Greenberg telling us that the college never followed up.
I couldn't understand why I was the supervising person, and before they gave him a license, they wouldn't ask, especially during his probationary and given his history, why they wouldn't have asked me.
Anyone who is found guilty of professional misconduct shouldn't be accepted into the college. That's according to its own rules. Today, it tells Go Public there are exceptions. It does not mean that if an applicant has a finding of professional misconduct in another profession, that the applicant can never be registered as a chiropodist in Ontario. The application and all of its relevant facts must be considered by the registration committee. That is precisely what occurred in this case. All this comes as a shock to Corinne Laplante in Quebec. Her mother ended up in intensive care after Dupont gave her a dangerous dose of adrenaline during dental surgery. She says it brings back bad memories. This health lawyer says one of the duties of all professional colleges is to protect the public.
Being transparent helps give the public that sense, that assurance that that work is actually being done.
The college says there is much more to this story. It just can't share that information because it's not public. Rosa Marcatelli, CBC News, Calgary.